Hey guys, how are you? Happy Thursday. Happy March Madness, everybody. We start the dance to Phoenix coming up here today. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all socials at Sports Talk Matt, and this podcast being brought to you by omahasteaks.com/juice, the customized URL. You're going to go there and subscribe to omahasteaks.com/juice. Free burgers for life, 10% off your first purchase, and a 100% satisfaction money-back guarantee at omahasteaks.com/juice. All right, we haven't had a 4-0 sweep in a while. 2-0 officially, but 2-0 unofficially. Nerfy hits. Always fun to wake up with that with the Dodgers and the Padres. More on that here in just 1 second. We get the second period over. Comes in, 3 goals got scored, not 2, but 3 in the Dallas Stars in the Arizona Coyotes game. So we get that right. We don't pay the juice. We win a unit, which was nice. Laid minus 195 there, minus 105 on the unofficial plays. But the official plays finally hit too. Over, easy over in the Indiana State game. They won and they covered. I was stunned. They covered the 7.5 points, but we got there with ease. And the under comes in with a couple of points to spare with the Suns and the Sixers. Under 220 came in. If you got that late, it was up to as high as 222. So you got that really even easier than me. But a 4-0 day, 4 units, officially up 2 units. So needed it, like it. That's a good start for us here as we head towards the NCAA Tournament, which begins here today across the country. Now, I've got the Drake moneyline bet already in play. All right, it's already on the books. I got 3 more bets for you guys coming up here for today. And I'm going to tell you that I have bet the Nerfy for Joe Musgrove and Yamamoto Game 2 in the Seoul Series. The big question is Yamamoto, right? What is he going to look like in a Dodger uniform? But here's the thing. The Padres haven't seen him. So unless he gives up a solo shot, which could happen, I think we're good. Because Musgrove's been pretty good. Musgrove's been one of the better no run in the first inning pitchers in baseball. And so I think it being in Seoul, yeah, it's game 2, and yes, it's the Dodger lineup. It might be a little more difficult. I think it's worth coming in and betting it because the offenses are going to be way behind. I mean, the Dodgers go from South Korea to L.A. to play 3 more exhibition spring training games against the Angels. Like, we're not even going right into the Major League season. They open up at home coming up on, I believe, the 25th of May. But they fly back from Seoul, South Korea, and keep on playing exhibition games because their offense isn't good enough yet. So since the offense is not good enough yet, it will be, but it's not there yet. And there's some real controversy around Shohei as of right now, if you haven't heard. I'm not sure Ohtani even plays tomorrow, given what happened. I could see him sitting down and not playing tomorrow, given all the controversy going around his interpreter. Look that up if you don't know what I'm talking about. Nerfy, not official. No run in the first inning. It's minus 105. Same price as yesterday. Jumping in minus 105 on the Nerfy for the Dodgers and the Padres, 3 o'clock in the morning, Pacific time. So I'm not going to have to worry about that. I'm not going to make it official. I'm going to go to sleep, wake up and see. It was fun. Wake up to a green check mark. Hopefully we wake up to a second green check mark with Joe Musgrove versus Yamamoto. And by the way, they're not going deep. These starters are going like 4 or 5 innings max. So it's good. They know it. So they're going to come out throwing hard in the first inning to get their work in. So going to go with the Nerfy there, but that's not official. Okay. Before I give you the 3 official plays for the podcast today, let's talk about your chance to cash in with BettingPros and win a lifetime subscription. It is the NCAA Tournament group on the BettingPros app. You're going to join that for your chance to win a lifetime BettingPros subscription. The contest will take place in the new NCAA Tournament group in the BettingPros app. An exclusive leaderboard is set up to track performance and showcase the bets being placed. You have a chance to not only get bragging rights, but also the top 5 users in ROI on the leaderboard will win the following prizes. First place prize is a lifetime premium subscription to BettingPros and to Fantasy Pros. Second place through 5th place, you will get a 1-year premium subscription to BettingPros and Fantasy Pros. Entry steps are easy. First, download the BettingPros app. Second, go to bettingpros.com/NCAA and click the button to join the group. Either log your NCAA bets in the app or sync your bets using the app itself. Either approach for the tracking of your bets will count. Submit a minimum of 10 NCAA tournament bets throughout the tournament. Monitor the leaderboard and see how you're performing throughout the entire tournament. To recap this contest, you're going to download the BettingPros app. Visit bettingpros.com/NCAA to join the group and track your picks. This for a first place prize of a lifetime premium subscription to Betting Pros and Fantasy Pros if you come in first place for our NCAA tournament group on the Betting Pros app. All right. I like Colorado State a lot. On my other show, we interviewed Ali Farouk-Manesh, assistant coach under Niko Medved. They've got an awesome saying, and they've got an awesome team right now. Now, I know you can say recency bias. They just played, coming out of Dayton. Okay. But they're focused on today. They're focused on the now. They're really hard to play. At one point this year, the Rams were ranked 13th in college basketball. I'm just not a very big fan of Texas. I don't think this team is all that good. Yes, they played decent in the Big 12, but on the road this year, they were 5-9 ATS. They were 12-20 overall ATS. They were 8-11 in the Big 12 ATS, and they were 4-6 ATS over their last 10 games. That's not great. For the Rams, they were 9-9 away from home, 17-16 overall, got a big win over Virginia by 25 points. They got the nerves out. Like, it's tremendous. They don't have any of the nerves going on. This Texas team's got nerves. They lost to Kansas State in the tournament. Kansas State? Remember Kansas State? What they did last night or 2 nights ago? They looked horrible. Now, they had without one of their players, but I don't buy Texas here. I'm sorry. I know the level of competition, not great here, but I'm catching 2.5 points. I'm going to be real hesitant to lay points in the tournament, at least not till I see somehow how these teams are playing. I'm taking the Rams. Sprinkle money line. I think they make the second round. I think they beat Texas. Colorado State plus 2.5 up against Texas in Charlotte. I like the Rams. Bet number 2. I'm just fading Kansas, all right? Without McCullers, they're such a different team. The number is 7. It was 8. It's been bet down. I still think 7's too many points. I mean, Samford is 9-7 away from home this year, ATS, 18-14 overall. Kansas went 13-18-1 ATS, 3-7 over their last 10 games, and they've lost outright 4 of the last 5. They got beat by 20 against Cincinnati and 30 by Houston without McCullers being there. I don't think this team wants to play. They might win the game, but I got a team that's won 4 games in a row in Samford. And when you go to KenPom, it's pretty wild here when you break down the numbers for Samford. Now, according to KenPom, this is a 6-point win for KU. Okay, so we got a point of value there. But 3-point shooting, Samford, 7th best in the country. Kansas, 168th in 3-point defense. For Samford, they get 34% of their points from behind the arc. That's top 70 in the country. And this KU team is better at guarding the 2 with Hunter Dickinson, who, by the way, is questionable. And if he doesn't play in this game, I mean, my goodness gracious, we know that we're not seeing McCullers isn't going to play. I mean, if we don't see Dickinson in this game, this is Samford all day. This number might crash, okay? Dickinson, we'll see. He's a game-time decision, whether he'll play in this game or not. If he doesn't play, this number is going to drop down dramatically. Samford's plus 7. If they hit their threes, Samford can win the game outright. They can send Kansas home. I just don't like what we're seeing out of Kansas at all. I got a team that shoots threes aggressively, a team that was good ATS on the road, and a team that's been hot, winning 4 games in a row. They won their conference tournament. I've seen this story before. I mentioned Ali Farouk-Manesh, Oklahoma City against KU, team from a small school. Where's Northern Iowa? Where's Samford? I'm taking the points. Samford plus 7 for 1.1 units. And finally, the 4th bet for the day. Look, I know there are certain people who are going to bet the under in every single one of the first halves. Sorry if you're hearing my cat cry for some reason. I don't know what's going on. My animal is a very strange animal. And he broke into the door, by the way. The door's closed, so he can pick a lock. He's a thief. He can pick a lock and get in. BYU and Duquesne. Duquesne is a team that guards the three, and they play really slow. In tempo, 251st in tempo. It's not Virginia slow, but it's about that, okay? The Dukes from Duquesne, they guard the three. What does BYU do? They shoot the three. BYU's tempo is pretty good, 86th in the country. But when you take on a team like Duquesne, they're going to bleed the clock. They're going to slow the tempo down. BYU's offense, shooting the three, they're 132nd in three-point percentage. But that's because of the volume in which they shoot. 41% of their points come from behind the arc. 41%. On the flip side, Duquesne's defense, they only give up 29% of those points defensively given up from behind the arc. They don't score a ton, however. They're 164th in efficiency. They're 213th in effective field goal percentage. They're 179th in three-point percentage. They're 214th in two-point percentage. And this game is tipping off at 12:40 Eastern, 11:40 Omaha time. There's going to be nobody in the building. I can tell you right now, everyone is jacked up for Drake and Iowa State in the night session. The morning session is snoozeville. All right? People are going to go. Friends and family are going to go. But there's not going to be a lot of energy in the building coming up in Omaha for Illinois Morehead State and BYU Duquesne. Just tell you that right now, okay? It's all about Drake, Washington State, and it's all about Iowa State, South Dakota State. Tons of juice for the two games in the night session. The morning session, not much. 66.5. FanDuel has this number under. First half under. BYU Duquesne. Even if BYU hits a bunch of threes, Duquesne's not going to score more than 25 points, in my opinion. Okay? I just think we have a chance for a 30-25 first half number here. Mid-50s, upper 50s. I think 66.5 is too high. Under 66.5, BYU and Duquesne. All right? So, non-official personal play, Nerfy minus 105 in the baseball game here at 6 a.m. Eastern between the Padres and the Dodgers, if you want. Same bet yesterday, not official. Official plays, 4 of them. Drake money line. CSU, the Rams, plus 2.5 against Texas. Samford, plus 7 against Kansas. And BYU Duquesne, first half under 66.5. 4 bets for us here officially. We'll watch our futures. We'll watch it play out. Let's get going with the dance. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me across all socials at SportsTalkMatt every morning. Daily Juice Podcast, always being brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com.